Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to show you the final consumer version of PlayStation VR, including all of the contents that will come in the package. As I'm sure you can tell, the design is consistent with the recent prototypes we've shown. The technical specs also remain the same, and I'd like to summarize them briefly. Display technology is fundamental to virtual reality, and PlayStation VR has a 5.7-inch OLED screen with 1920 by RGB by 1080 resolution. This translates into a brilliant full HD picture because all 1920 by 1080 pixels have R, G, and B subpixels. The display features 120 Hz refresh rate, which means, combined with PlayStation 4's processing power, amazingly smooth images rendered at 120 frames per second. The display is the most critical component to build the illusion for users that they're inside their game. But it's not the only part of the equation. Accurate positional tracking and super low latency also play significant roles in virtual reality. PlayStation VR supports 360-degree tracking, and for VR to work, we also need to ensure minimal latency between the physical movement of a player's head and the image rendered on the headset screen. PlayStation VR's latency is less than 18 milliseconds, well within the sweet spot for convincing the player that the virtual world they're looking at is real. The PS camera also tracks the DualShock 4 wireless controller and PS Move motion controllers, providing input options for developers who can use the interactive element that best matches the vision for their games. Your sense of presence in VR is completed by what you hear, and more importantly, from where you hear the sound in a game. PlayStation VR supports 3D audio, enabling developers to deliver sounds in 360-degree space. Today, I'm pleased to announce that PlayStation VR will launch globally in October 2016 for $399 US, 399 euros, 349 pounds, and 44,980 yen. The PlayStation VR user experience also includes an updated media player app for PS4, so users can enjoy VR photos and videos captured by devices such as omnidirectional cameras. And Playroom VR, the social couch multiplayer games we've demonstrated from our very own SCE WWS Japan studio, will be available as a free download to all PlayStation VR owners when they connect their headset to PS4 for the first time. We're currently tracking more than 50 games that we expect to be available from launch in October until the end of this year. We at PlayStation are thrilled to be partnering with our friends at EA and Lucasfilm to create something all new for PlayStation VR. This will be a Star Wars Battlefront gaming experience like nothing else, coming only to PlayStation VR from the talented team at DICE, where players can transport themselves to a galaxy far, far away. The future of gaming is here with PlayStation VR, and we're excited to share more with you as we head into launch later this year. Thanks very much for your time.